Hello, student. Welcome to our today's class. In previous class, we have already learned hardware, software. In software, we have system software, application software, and input and output devices. In input devices, we have learned some uncommon devices like drawing or graphic tablet, joystick, touch screen, and this barcode scanner, webcam, monitor, no, the web to webcam. Now today we are going to learn these output devices. What are those output devices? If you don't have your textbook also, you can look here from here. This is the textbook of your class. Look here. As the word output suggests, output devices are used to get information out of the computer. The most common output device is the monitor or screen as we call it. On laptop computer we on laptop computers, let us read some about some of the commonly used output devices. Now we are going to see some of the devices that we use commonly in our day-to-day life. So what are those output devices? Output devices are those devices which we use to get information from the computer. If we don't have our screen, or what we used to call a display, that is a monitor and all, so that when the work is done inside the computer, we cannot see what is going on inside my computer. So we need one screen or monitor, and there are different other type of output devices which we use to get information from the computer. So first one is monitor. A monitor or visual display unit, that is VDU, is a screen on which words, numbers or graphics can be seen. So while you are working, if you are opening an MS Pen, and while you are playing this one, the painting, that is into graphics and numbers and words, the one which you used to work in MS Word and all, these are Excel and all, these are included under this one. So monitor may be differentiated on the basis of color and their capability to display quality graphics. So the monitor, the one which we used to see, monitor is divided into different types according to their capability to display the high graphic. So while you want to play games and all, uh, if the quality of the picture, you want very clear images and all, so it will be much costlier than the one which we don't see very clearly like that. The quality wise, it will be different. Monitor are also characterized by the flatness of their screen, like TFT screen are commonly used nowadays. But before some years back, you must have heard that in this smaller class also we have learned like CRT monitor and all. That CRT monitor and all, nowadays we don't use that one. It consumes a lot of electricity and all. So nowadays TFT, LCD and all this, we are commonly using this type of monitor. Next one is very common. You can see in our school also. You must have seen in our office also, in principal office also, or some of you must have seen in different area like hospital, shop, or at home also. So this one is printer. You can see the picture from here. This is a printer look like, maybe different with the one from this one. Our school also, it may be of different type. So let's see this one. A printer is an output device that create a hard copy of an electronic document onto the computer on the paper. Printer can print words, numbers, or pictures. These are different type of printers. Commonly used printers are inkjet printers and laser printers. Printers differ in terms of technology, speed, cost, and quality of printing. So the one which we are using commonly is inkjet and laser printer. Dot matrix printer is very famous before like 30 years back. Before developing this type of printer, much at that time these printers are very costly, but nowadays we can get easily one inkjet printer or laser printer. There are disadvantages and advantages of each type of printer. According to the to our needs, we have to buy and we have to think which type of printer do I need. So in inkjet printer, we are going to use a liquid ink, and in laser printer, we are going to use a powder ink. So there's the difference, and all the printers are differ in term of technology. They have been used for printing and speed of the printing and the cost, quality and all. The quality is different from one printer to another. Inkjet and laser, the qualities are different. So according to that, we are going to divide the printers. So here we get some a brief idea about printer. That is an output device. After that, this next topic is speakers. A speaker gives you audio output from your computer. Some speakers are present inside the computer and some are attached externally. We all know that in our mobile phone, the one which you are listening also, they in our mobile phone also, computer also, in TV also, these are already embedded in this one internal speaker. Internal speaker means the one speaker which is included inside the device is called internal one, and external means when you attach a speaker with your devices externally outside the device, that is called external. But in computer also, in laptop and all-in-one computer type, the one which we are having in our school, that is all-in-one computer which included everything on the screen. So that type of computer speakers are internally built inside the device. But in the desktop, the one which we used to have ordinarily in different places like office and all, they don't have inbuilt speakers. So what is this speaker used for? This is to listen the audio output from the computer. If you are playing a music or any voice record or anything you want to listen from the computer, then you have to connect with the speaker. If one of the speaker is not working, then you can, if the internal speaker is also not working, then you can connect an external one. So headphone is also a similar device just like speaker. Headphone gives audio output from the computer, same as a speaker, but headphone function as same as that of the speaker, but headphone are worn on the ears, so only one person can hear the output at a time. So you must be using headphones at home. Some of you must have using this one, because what is the use of this one? In speaker, if you listen all these movies and all, or someone is playing a guitar or anything, so by using speaker, you can listen to your whole family or whole class. But while using this headphone, only one person can listen this audio output from a computer or mobile, or it may be any device. So these are the output devices. Now we are going to learn about storage devices. This we have done. So this is the next topic, that is storage devices. In human being, we used to store our memory where stomach, leg or hand. We used to store our memories inside our brain. So like that in computer also, there is a storage part that we are going to learn now. That while you are saving a file or anything, it will store in this storage device. Every computer has storage or memory in its central processing unit. So this is the memory type that is bit different from the previous we used to learn, that is secondary memory or primary memory. So this is the memory that we are going to learn, which is inside the CPU. Storage device or memory is a physical device which is used to store data, information and instruction to be processed by the computer. So this we are going to use to store data, information about the PC or any devices, so that when you turn on the PC or any device, electronic device or anything, it will fetch the data from this uh, memory device. So look here, every computer has a storage or memory in its central processing unit, that is CPU. You know that CPU, there is a one small chip that is the brain of the computer. In that brain of computer, this memory, there is a small part of memory that we are going to learn. That is the thing. It's a bit different from the memory that we used to learn before. So types of memory. There are different types of memory which is inside that CPU. So we are going to learn the types. There are different types of memory. These are described below. First one is RAM, random access memory. It is volatile in nature. That is, its content are lost when the device is powered off. RAM allows the computer to read data quickly to run application. It allows reading as well as writing. So look here, while you are working in a computer, I'll give you an example. While you are working in a computer, so let's open this MS Word and all. So I'll open one notepad file. Okay, I've opened this file. I've typed something here. I didn't save this one. That's why it's untitled. I didn't save it. So before saving a file, this work has been done in RAM. This work has been done in RAM, and this RAM is volatile in nature, means when you turn off the PC before saving your file, it will erase the file which I am working right now. I am opening this notepad, the one which I have typed here. If I turn off the computer immediately without saving it, so this file wouldn't be there when I turn on the computer. Did you get the point? I'll tell you again. The one which I have opened, this MS Notepad, I didn't save this one. Look here, when I close it, this message is to pop up. Do you want to save or don't save? So I didn't save this file. Before saving a file, when you are working inside a computer, that file is being used in which memory? RAM. So when you turn off the computer suddenly before saving it, you wouldn't find this file when you turn on the computer. So that is the thing. It's volatile in nature, means the file which are storing inside the RAM, it will be erased again up to 0. When you turn on the computer, everything will be erased. So if you want to save it, then you have to save it in secondary memory. Now I don't want to save it, so while you are typing like this, it's being used in RAM. So this is the thing. So this allows reading as well as writing. RAM allows, this is for multifunction simultaneously. If you have this big memory in RAM, you can access bigger application and all. So in mobile phone, smartphone and all, it's been hang because if you have a limited access of a limited RAM memory, then if you are using multiple this one application, then it may be hang sometime because it doesn't have any enough RAM. That's why. So that's why people used to ask before buying a smartphone, how many RAM is there, how many GB of RAM is there, like that, 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, like that. In computer also it's same thing. Some smartphone is very similar to computer. So before buying a computer, you must check this RAM or storage device and all. Now next is ROM, read only memory. Read only memory ROM is non-volatile in nature. So when you turn off the computer also, the file which you are saving in ROM, they won't erase. Its container retain even when the device is powered off. ROM store a program required to initially boot the computer. It only allows reading. So look here, where if you are saving a file, we will save a file in ROM, but when you turn off the computer also, it will not volatile, means it will not erase. So it will be there when you turn it on again also. So This type of memory is used to store the program which is used for booting up the computer in ROM. Booting up the computer means for turning on the PC. Next is programmable read-only memory, PROM. PROM is non-volatile in nature and can be written only once using special equipment. This is memory. It's also non-volatile in nature. It will not erase when you turn on the PC. It will turn off the PC also, but by using a special equipment under certain condition, you will be able to write it in this memory and it will not be erased. Next is erasable programmable read-only memory. EEPROM is a non-volatile and once programmed it can be erased by exposing it to a strong ultraviolet light source. Now here, look at this memory type. Here we can store program, but it's also non-volatile in nature. And non-volatile in nature means same as before, like if we turn off the computer and if we turn back it on again, it will not erase. So here, if we want to erase the one which we have stored in this memory, we have to expose it to a strong UV light and we can erase it. Other than that, we cannot erase that file or data. Next is electronically erasable programmable read-only memory. EEPROM is user modifiable read-only memory ROM that can be erased and reprogrammed. Reprogram means we can change it or alter repeatedly through the application of higher than normal electrical voltage, and it can be programmed and erased in circuit. So by using a specific this electrical voltage and this by using this circuit and all, we can erasable this one. We can rewrite or alter all the information which is stored in this type of memory. So these are some types of memory ROM or memory in the CPU we can use inside the processor. So next is hierarchy of bits and bytes, means the one which we used to say or denote the memory which we use in computer. A bit is the smallest unit of memory stored in a computer. 8 bits make 1 byte. This is very important, this point. That is, a bit is the smallest unit of memory. So if someone asks that which is the smallest unit of memory, the one which you use in our mobile phone also, Haradi. If you say mobile phone, smartphone and all, bit is same as computer, so 1 bit is the smallest memory unit. So this 8 bits equal to 1 byte storage capacity and usually measured in thousands of bytes. A list of units of memory is given below. Here are a list of memories that we used to measure. 1 bit is equal to a binary digit that is 0 or 1. So this 1 bit denotes 0 or 1. It may be 0 or it may be 1. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. 1 KB, that is kilobyte, equal to 1024 bytes or 2 to the power 10 bytes. Here there is a big difference between the measurement, the one which you used to learn in maths and all. 1 gram 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram, like that used to go in 1000. Kilo means 1000, but here in computer, in our memory unit, 1 KB, that is kilobyte, means 1024 bytes. 1 KB, that is kilobyte, is equal to 1024 bytes. It's not 1000 bytes. So this is the difference from measurement from the one which you used to learn in maths. And 1 MB megabyte is equal to 1024 kilobyte. That is 2 to the power 20 bytes. And GB, the one you must have heard this GB and all in your mobile phone, and all also how many GB I have free. If you want to install an application, then how many GB I use, how much GB is that game, so that I can install in my smartphone like that and all. For installing an application and all, you need to free space. That's why you used to search for this free space, how much I have in my smartphone or computer. So this memory you need. 1 gigabyte is equal to 1024 megabyte, that is 2 to the power 30 bytes, and 1 TB terabyte is equal to 1024 gigabyte or 2 to the power 40 bytes. So these are some memories you need. You need to memorize this one. Let's go to the next page. Let's see this one. A byte can usually store one character or letter or a symbol. For example, let's take an example. Uh, need to understand a little bit more what this says. Like a byte store only one character. So let's take an example like India. INDIA. It has 5 character, means 5 letter is there, 5 alphabet letter. That means like it has 5 characters to occupy 5 bytes. That one character is equal to occupied 1 byte. The size of containing the size of a page containing 2000 characters will be take up to 2000 bytes. Nearly 2000 byte equal to nearly up to around approximately 2 KB. So a book consisting of 100 such pages, 100 pages. So it will take around 200 KB. So with books and all, the one which we are storing text, it's very small. Some MB or some KB is only there. So it's very small. In a book, it consists of 200 KB only, 100 pages of books. So 1 MB memory can store nearly 5 such books. The one which we are taking an example like 2000 characters of such books, we can store like this type of book, we can store 5 such book in 1 MB. So even personal computer today can have very large storage such as 500 GB to like 100 TB or 50 TB, 101 TB, 2 TB like that. So it's in with up to 500 GB we can store enough book for a library or hundreds, several hundreds of books. So testing time. Across 4 means here electronically erasable programmable read only memory. In this 4 across you have to write that answer. Erasable programmable read only memory number 5. What is that answer? You have to write, you have to do this one. Now let's go to this topic. External storage device. What are those external storage device? We have learned that storage device, the one which we are going to store all the information that are in our computer. So what is the meaning of this external? By the word external, we can assume that it is outside the computer. So let's see. An external storage device is required to overcome the limited storage capacity of a computer. So if our computer memory is full and we cannot store any more file in our computer, so we need an extra external device to store our files and data. Some commonly used external storage devices are hard disks, CD, DVD, pen drive, floppy disks, etc. But nowadays we don't use any more floppy disks and all. CD and DVD also nowadays we are not using, but up to some extent some people are still using. Nowadays we are more into cloud system and all. So if internet is available, we can access it from anywhere, any device. This had a very low storage capacity and could fail or get corrupted very easily. So what are the disadvantages of this external? Oh, no, no, this one. Floppy disks were found in computers of 1980s and are not available now. So here it's been saying that one which I have already mentioned, floppy disks, we are not using that one because it is very low storage capacity. We cannot store much file in floppy disks and could fail or get corrupted very easily. Corrupted means the file which you are storing in our floppy disk is corrupted. We cannot open it or we cannot access that file. So that's why it's very uh, uncomfortable to use that one. We cannot rely on for floppy disk for important tasks. That's why we are not using that anymore. We have shifted to another devices and all. So external storage device with their storage capacity. Now hard disks also we have already learned that we have to install it in our computer internally, but when the internal hard disk is full we can use external hard disks also. So like that, in hard disks also there are external and internal one. So here external storage device with their storage capacity. Now we are going to learn how much capacity is there up to names that we have already mentioned before. Hard disks, hard disks up to 2 GB and more. Up to 2 GB and more we can store all the files and all or information data and all. And CD up to 700 to 800 MB, only MB, not even 1 GB. So it's very less, like in some days or if you are this one getting a movie from a street, the one Manipuri film and all, so you used to get 2 CD in for one movie. That means 700 MB into 2, that much of um, data is there, movie, video. So for DVD it's 4.38 GB to 8.5 GB. So DVD is much reliable and much more capacity than CD. So if you have a DVD player you can use DVD, but if you don't have, then we cannot play this DVD discs in CD player. That's the difference. And pen drive is more common nowadays in smart TV, you know. We can directly plug and play from pen drive, and you can transfer up in this one movies and all directly into the pen drive, and you can plug and play from pen drive. So usually pen drive used to start this storage capacity around from 1 GB to more, like 16 GB, 32 GB and all. So it's better not to use buy a bigger one, because we are not going to transfer a bigger file in a pen drive. So it's better to use 16 GB. You know, with 16 GB we can transfer a file easily enough. Blu-ray disc is a type of disc which can store up to 25 GB on a single layer disc and 50 GB on dual layer disc. So this one is much more, this is one is similar with CD and DVD, but the capacity is much larger than the CD and DVD. To conclude, the section of the correct input output devices has a major impact on the success or failure of a computer system. No, no, the selection. So here what we have learned. So the one which we have already learned, like input devices, output devices, and storage devices. These are all very important. This While choosing this input and output devices for a computer system, it's a very important. It has a major role in functioning of a computer system. So while choosing any input output devices of your computer system, you have to consult with a technician or with a knowledgeable person to use in your computer system. So it will impact on the computer system with the speed and all everything and all. So I'll give you an example. If your computer is not enough RAM, that is random access memory for multi-purpose, then if you are installing a big, this one, a large application, then it won't run smoothly. Like that, while choosing these input and output devices, all the parts of a computer, so it's very important. It will impact on the computer system functioning of a smooth functioning of a computer system. So here comes the end of our chapter. So these are the options. Choose the correct answer. You can read it from here. CD store up to 700 MB, 1 megabyte is equal to 2 to the power 20 megabytes. Which of the following is the biggest unit? That is terabyte in here. And EEPROM is erasable programmable read-only memory, which is not application software. Windows is an operating system, that's why it's not an application software. Others are application software, school timetable, payroll, this and that. Fill in the blank. Who invented this difference engine? It's Charles Babbage, and a full form of ROM read-only memory. Software are of three types, and they are system, application, and utility programs. Bit is the smallest unit. We have already explained this one while teaching your lesson. And printer generate hard copy of an electronic document. The, the one which you see in your this one monitor or screen. Match the following LSI, where we use this one in fourth generation, USLI, fifth generation, and B transistor second generation, vacuum tube is first generation, and integrated circuit in third generation. Like that, I have already given this study material in your Google Classroom also. You can check it from there and you can read it from there. These are jumble letters, and we have to make it input device, joystick, speaker, output device, input device. This one is scanner, next is monitor and keyboard. Keyboard is an output device. Wrong. What is then keyboard? Keyboard is an input device. So like that, it's true and false. Application software is used to operate a computer. No, that is a system software to operate the computer. VDU and printer are input device. No, these are output device. Vacuum tube were used in second generation. No, that is using this one. Vacuum tube is used in first generation. Pen drive is an external storage device. Yes, this one is correct. Like that, these are the full form of one which we have learned in our chapters from GB, from RAW, and this one. Name two example of each input. This you have to name it. Write any two characters of a computer. Not this one. How many bits and bytes are required to save the word computer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 bytes. It requires 8 bytes. But in bit, we need 64 bits. So we have to convert this byte into bit. And who is the first programmer? Lady Ada Lovelace. So here ends of our chapter. Let's end here. Thanks for watching. See you in next class.